Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. So today, I'm gonna show you 5 great accessories for your DJI Mini 2 drone. So let's get right to it. So how's that for no fluff? Hi everyone, my name is Russ. Welcome to the channel. And as I said, today I'd like to show you some accessories for the DJI Mini 2. Now the Mini 2 is one amazing little drone, and you really can't find a better drone for beginners right now, for people that just want to learn how to fly and learn how to get really great aerial imagery at an affordable price. And if you're anything like me, if you just got this drone or if you're about to get this drone, one of the most fun things to do is to buy accessories for it. You want to trick it out as much as you can. Since I got my Mavic Pro, that was my very first drone, I've been addicted to buying stuff to put on my drone, stuff to put my drone into, and I'm kind of addicted to buying things. Now why? I think I probably have a problem that I should get help with, but while I'm suffering from this serious case of gear acquisition syndrome, I thought I might as well show you some of the things that I purchase once in a while, because you might be interested in them as well. So everything that I'm going to show you today, I actually purchased myself, except for one of them. Now I'm going to save that one for last because it is kind of special. But everything I'm going to show you is going to be linked in the video description down below. So if you want to learn more about them, or if you want to get them for yourselves, you can check those out. So the first one that I want to show you are these extendable height adjustable control sticks for the Mini 2 controller. And these actually also work for the Mavic Air 2 if you have that. But I've been using sticks like this on my Mavic 2 Pro since I got it. And I got those from Polar Pro. Some of you may have heard of Polar Pro. It's a company that makes drone accessories, camera accessories, filters, all kinds of great high quality stuff. And I love having that extended control stick, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. But these right here that I got for the Mini 2 are from a company called RC Geek. And they kept popping up on my recommendations on Amazon every once in a while, and I just kind of kept ignoring them. But then I'm like, you know what? Maybe you guys might be interested in this. I see that they do make them for the Mini 2 now, because it's a little bit of a different mount than for the Mavic 2 Pro. So I ordered them and I tried them out, and I'm like, they're just as good as the Polar Pro, and they come at a fraction of the price. And so you really can't go wrong. Now there are 2 reasons that a longer control stick can be useful. Number one, everyone has different size hands. Sometimes people have bigger hands or maybe longer thumbs or whatever. And so you have the ability to adjust them for your comfort level depending on your hand size and your thumb size, especially those of you who fly with your thumbs, like the thumbers, like I am. I apologize, Ken Heron, but I'm a thumber. I'm not a pincher, I never will be. But just having that more comfort to be able to maneuver those sticks. And the second reason they're important is because they provide you with the ability to make smaller adjustments to the drone's movement as you fly. You see that extended lever, having a longer lever results in less movement at the base of the controller. So when you move at the very top, you can make really fine motor movements, and that allows you to get more cinematic speed movements when you're controlling your drone manually. These really are an inexpensive way to improve those manual flights. They run right around $17. Now the next thing that I want to show you is this foldable extended landing gear for the Mini 2 from Start RC. Start RC makes budget accessories for drones. And the reason I like this one is because the Mini 2, it's really important for the Mini 2 to sit up off of the ground, and the Mini 2 sits right on the ground. The back of the drone actually rests right on the ground. And so the purpose of these skis or this landing gear is to give a little more ground clearance to your Mini 2 if you're gonna be flying around some dirt or gravel or sand, or maybe some grass that's a little too high for the propellers to clear, or if you're flying in snow like I do sometimes. So getting out off the ground prevents those elements from getting into the drone when it's sucking the air in. And so this gets it up off the ground, and it prevents some of those things going into your drone. And yes, I know I preach about landing pads all of the time. Landing pads are best, but this thing right here, it's really compact, it's really lightweight, so it doesn't take up much bag space. It's gonna take up way less space than a typical landing pad. Now, one thing that I will tell you is the plastic on here, it's pretty thin. It's not the best quality plastic, so I would be very hesitant to use this in extremely cold temperatures because there's a risk of it cracking. You know, when this plastic gets really cold, I'm sure it's gonna crack quite easily. And then the other thing that you should be aware of is it weighs 10 grams. So depending upon the weight of your Mini 2, this could put you over that 250 gram regulation where you have to register your Mini 2 with the FAA. But most of the Mini 2s are under 240 grams. Like mine weighs 238.1 grams with this piece of hook and loop on top. And so, and other people have commented on my videos and said theirs weighs different. Like there's all kinds across the board from 238 up to 241 grams is what the Mini weighs, the Mini 2. So just be sure if you're gonna get these skis for your Mini 2 to weigh it first and make sure it weighs 240 grams or less. If you're worried about having to register with the FAA, if you're not worried about it, it doesn't matter. And you're probably not going to use these every single time that you fly. But if you're worrying about registering your Mini 2, just make sure that it weighs 240 or less. Now this thing costs $12, super cheap, and it's a great way to keep dust and moisture from being sucked into your Mini 2. Now the next thing that I want to show you is really, really cool. It's a charging solution for the Mini 2. Now, if you got the Fly More kit with your DJI Mini 2, you got a really nice charging bank already. I really like what DJI has done with this system, this charging system, but the disadvantage to it still has a disadvantage, and that's that it charges sequentially. So it charges one battery at a time. So it charges this one, it waits till it's full, then it goes on and starts to charge the other one, waits till that one's full, and so on. So the disadvantage to that, it takes about almost 4.5 hours to charge 3 batteries from 0 to 100%. And that's a long time. That's a long time to wait to get your drone back up in the air. So if you just got the Mini 2 without the Fly More kit and you got some extra batteries that you want to charge, or if you just want a faster way to charge all your batteries, even if you did get the Fly More kit and charge them simultaneously, then I would consider getting this parallel charger from Hanatora. It can charge 4 Mini 2 batteries in just 70 minutes. And yes, the marketing says 50 minutes, but I charged my 3 batteries, I only have 3 of them. It charged 3 batteries. One of them was at 3%, one of them was at 5%, and the other one was at 12%. And it took 70 minutes to charge all of those up to 100%. So still really, really good, better than having to wait 4 hours. And then also you can charge the controller and your mobile device, whether it be your phone or your tablet or whatever, because it has a couple of USB ports here as well. And it costs about the same as the DJI charging bank. So, if you have the charging bank, great. If you don't mind waiting, stick with that one. But if you want something that charges faster, and for like $3 more than this one, you can get the ability to charge 4 batteries at a time, your controller, your mobile device, and have it done in 70 minutes. And for those who may be concerned about the safety of charging your batteries with this unit, it still only puts out 2 amps per channel. And then also the unit has over voltage, over current, and overcharge protection. So it's really safe and efficient, and it's a great investment to make flying more enjoyable. Now, the disadvantage to getting this one is these are so mass produced that the likelihood of you getting a lemon is pretty good. So just be aware of that if you get this. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of different brands that put their name on this. It's basically the same, but all these other companies are putting their name on it. So just be aware of that there might be some bad quality units out there. Now, the next thing that I want to show you, and this isn't really new, this isn't really an accessory, and I talk about micro SD cards all of the time, but I kind of wanted to update you on the cards that I've pretty much settled on for everything, and it's the SanDisk cards, the SanDisk Extreme 128 gigabyte card. Now, the reason for that is for the stability and the reliability. Now, I've tried other cards in the past just to save a few dollars, and I had another brand fail on me, and I lost some great footage, including some commercial footage. So I had to go back and reshoot that. So that was really inconvenient. And so I've just decided from now on, I'm gonna stick with SanDisk. I'm gonna stick with the Extreme. And I've moved up to the 128. I used to use the 64, but the files are getting so big on these drones now that I decided just to go with 128 so I don't have to keep buying more cards. The other thing about these cards is you can reuse them. You can fill them up. You can download all of the files and then reformat it and use it again. So that's another benefit. Although you pay just a couple more bucks up front, you're gonna be able to use this card multiple times. Whereas some of the cheaper cards, you're gonna be using them like 2 or 3 times, and then the likelihood of them failing is gonna be higher. Now finally, and the most important thing that I wanna show you today, the most exciting thing, it's a compact storage and transport solution for your Mini 2 and your Mini 2 controller. Now, the drone case, it also works for your Mavic Mini. It's not just for the Mini 2, it works for the Mavic Mini, but this combination is for the Mini 2. And this is called the Flight Case, and it is completely designed by the one and only Aldrin Astachio from Flight Path. Now, the chances are you're already subscribed to and watch Aldrin on a regular basis, you probably watch his videos a lot, but you may not know that this has been a long time dream of his to design something like this. You see, Aldrin is a designer by trade, and he knocked this project out of the park. Everything about these cases exhibits superior quality. From the well-designed interior with that thick closed cell padding to the flawless undertuck stitching, this is not only a functional way to move your Mini 2 from place to place, but it's also a stylish one. The handle and the logo are made of very nice vegan leather, and the zippers are TPU coated and they are silky smooth. My favorite two features actually about this system is the belt loop on the back, and then on the inside cover, it has a little pocket for holding your SD cards, your cables, and your extra props. I've tried out a lot of bags. Like, I have a ton of bags hanging in my studio right now, and it is obvious that Aldrin put his heart into this project, and the final outcome could not be more perfect. So if your preference is for a compact way to store and carry your Mini or your Mini 2, check out the flight case from Aldrin. I'll put a link down in the video description for it, as well as a link for everything that I showed you today. Now, for those of you who stuck around for the entire video, hopefully you watched this video from the very beginning to the very end without skipping anything at all. And I just want you to know that I truly appreciate that. That is truly one of the best things that you can do to support a YouTuber, is watch 100% of the video. So I'm gonna reward one of you today for doing that. Thank you. I'm gonna give away this charger, this parallel charger for the Mini 2. And to be eligible, all you have to do is be subscribed right here to 51 Drones. Go ahead and hit one of the thumbs, click on one of the thumbs. Hopefully that's the one that's pointing up, but whatever you want to click on. Comment below. And what I want you to comment is, I want you to tell me, when do you think we're gonna see the DJI Mavic 3 released, if ever? I don't know when it's gonna be, but hopefully it's soon. And then finally, I want you to head over to the channel Flight Path, and you're gonna watch Aldrin's video on his flight case. There's a lot of information on there about the process and everything about this flight case. It's really, really interesting. So I'll link the video right up here, as well as put it down in the video description. So after you watch that video, I want you to comment on his video your thoughts about the case. Let Aldrin know what you think. And you know, he wants to hear opinions on it. He wants to know what people think, so do that. And then what I'm gonna do is, on this date right here, I'm gonna do a random comment picker, and I'm gonna ship this great fast charger out to one of you. Now, sorry, but due to international shipping being still a nightmare with COVID, this giveaway is only eligible to US residents. So I apologize for that, but for now, that's how it's gonna have to be. So thank you for watching the entire video, everyone. I hope you have a great day. As always, fly safe and fly smart.